Good morning, YouTube. So, been doing a little work on my backpack, and I think I just converted my bug out bag into a day pack. I'm going to be using it a lot more for day trips, at least in the near term. I'm definitely coming March going to do get more into the national forest and a little bit more back into the middle of nowhere day trips. But in the meantime, it's going to be a little bit more local. So I'm going to talk about why I took some of these items out of my bag aside from the weight component, which is a big one. So these are items that will probably be more relevant for a camping trip, potentially bug out situation. I'm not going to say that they belong in a bug out bag, but perhaps bug out equipment. So the folding saw, super useful, but I do have a hatchet in my bug out bag, in my day pack. And, starting a fire, so I have the hatchet, so I don't have two forms of cutting wood, but, worst case scenario, if I'm just trying to start a fire for a night to stay warm, I think the hatchet's going to be sufficient. This is a new pocket knife that I was gifted, and I have a multi-tool in my day pack as well as a sheath knife. So, 3 is 2 and 2 is 1 and 1 is none, but I don't know if I need, I have the hatchet too. So I have a multi-tool blade, the full tang blade, and I have the hatchet. So I do have 3 blades on me. Here is a pocket knife. Just kind of duplicate again, since I already have the multi-tool. This is the fuel, which goes with the burner, which I believe is in there. And again, in thinking with the day trip stuff, I'm not going to be cooking on a day trip. Even if something happens and I get stuck overnight, all of my food is basically non-cooking. I don't have to cook my food, so cooking related stuff like the burner and fuel for just a day in the wilderness. I think taking a whole cook kit is a little overkill for a day trip, but hiking, bug out gear, camping, backpacking, definitely going to be taking this along. So this was some more cooking stuff that I took out. It was kind of heavy. It took up a lot of space, especially with this handle that I would love to kind of get some kind of folding handle deal going on. But this has some 1 can of tuna, some fuel. What else is in here? Some spices, a space blanket. Oh, soap. I don't think I'm going to be doing dishes on a day hike, right? So why am I carrying, soap, and why am I carrying this big kit to, cook a meal for 2 people if I'm just out on a day trip and I'm not, not trying to cook really for 1 day? So would this be something I would take camping, backpacking? Maybe. It is light. It's, very light. But at any rate. So this got taken out. This was the heaviest, a gallon of water. Do you want to carry a lot of water with you, or at least an ability to make water or filter water if you're going out for a long period of time? Absolutely. If I'm going out for a day, just don't think I need a gallon of water for a day. Last but not least, shovel. Definitely a little bit heavy at a couple, maybe 2-3 pounds. In fact, I wonder if I can, let's see how much the shovel weighs here. I got my scale for a related purpose. And it looks like our shovel's coming in at about 2-ish pounds. So not the heaviest thing in the world, but back to trying to utilize the pack for what I'm using it for most regularly. The main reason that I need a shovel is not because I need to dig holes. It's because when you're doing campfires in national forests, you have to clear a radius. And I wouldn't even bring it if that's the only reason I needed it for, but they want you to have a shovel on site. They want you to have a shovel when you have a campfire. So in the unlikely event that I get caught with a campfire without a shovel, I don't want the rangers saying, "Where's your shovel? And didn't you know that you have a campfire permit and you should have a shovel and you should know better, etc., etc." So don't want to be getting in trouble with the rangers. But for day trips locally around town, don't need the shovel. And even for day trips up into Angeles National Forest, considering they're kind of sketch on the campfires, most of the time, like right now, I think their fire conditions are no campfires. I don't know if taking the shovel, if I'm going into a national forest that doesn't want me starting a campfire and I only need the shovel, at least survival wise, to kind of start the campfires, anyways, for the regular day stuff that I do, I don't think I need to be carrying a shovel around. There's also, I need to figure out a nice way to put it on the pack. I have this loop here, but the only problem is the bottom lays down low, and it's not the biggest deal in the world, but anytime I want to put the pack down or just kind of putting it in my car, it just makes everything a little bit more awkward. Now, if I could kind of strap it up a little bit higher, that might be kind of cool. I just need to figure out some kind of collar or some lip here or something, even if I just wrap a little bit of duct tape around to make a lip and then something to kind of hold on to it. That would be cool. But so this is the gear that I took out of my bug out bag, and here it is right now. I got the blanket that was on the bottom on the inside. This is my water. I have 2 liters of water, 1 on each side. And let's do a quick weigh-in for all you people wondering how heavy this is. Got my little trusty fish scale. This is my solution for eBay shipping for heavy items. All right, and it is actually relatively accurate, so here we go. We're looking at about 24 pounds. So let's see how 24 pounds feels. Stuff out of my wallet pocket here. Only thing about these hip straps, they always take out good pockets. Oh, that's... Alright, so that's pretty manageable. I was gonna try to do like footage of myself like wearing it. I don't know, kind of retarded, but not too bad. It's actually a lot more manageable than with that gallon of water in it. Take it back off real quick. So I just edited the bag because I have a day trip coming up with a buddy of mine, or a new buddy anyways, that I'm hoping to get into some hiking stuff with. And I can just see myself hiking for a whole day, never cooking anything, not going through a gallon of water, not digging any holes. So if I'm not cooking and I have the Life Straw, I am going to be purchasing that other gravity filter. But even the gravity filter, I don't know if I'm going to be taking that with me in my day pack either. Definitely an overnight thing, but for the day thing, not so much. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Until then, keep prepping and keep that fitness going. You never know when you're going to need to bug out, and it could be a long walk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.